who at trial routinely will go ahead and search Facebook for your Venere panel members? You do that? Do you do it yourself, or do you have someone come along with you and do it? Okay. Have you been finding that have you been finding that it helps?
I'll answer your question.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know where Ron is. Ron's in the back there. Ron will tell you that we used all sorts of things to research a bunch of jurors in an asbestos case in Washington State, including following their Facebook, looking at their Twitter, looking at all their social media to select jurors, and we ended up hanging the jury because we knew what we were looking for. We had done a jury exercise ahead of time. We knew exactly what we were looking for. We were able to pick out the people that we knew we wanted to get rid of and use their social media to help screen them out and then hang the jury, which was the goal. We knew we weren't going to win. It's a bad case. Figured we were going to lose. So the goal was to try to get a hung jury, and it ended up being able to hang the jury. So the combination of the jury research ahead of time and doing an in-depth juror profile using their social media was very successful.
So are you doing that on the fly, or are you getting the names of the panel ahead of time?
Again, it depends on the jurisdiction. In some jurisdictions, you get the names a couple days ahead of time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you get it that morning, and you've got, again, I'll plug Ron. You got Ron and his team sitting there with you in the courtroom saying, here's the list of jurors, go do your magic, and then come and tell us which ones you want to get rid of. And they're sitting there doing all that social media research and everything right there that morning while you're sitting there getting ready to pick a jury. And you can usually stall enough during voir dire to give them enough time to do a pretty thorough search.
Yeah. And there's a flip side to that? I mean, once you have a jury selected, you can pretty much expect them to go and look at your website. And they're going to want to see, what type of firm you are, and if there's things on there that kind of pushes them in one direction.
They do, even though the judge says they don't do it.
Right.
They do. So even more important to watch what you have on your own Facebook.
Well, yeah, and again, we continue to do the jury confirm product from Magna when a jury is impaneled and is deliberating to see, despite the judge's direction not to communicate anything about the case on social media, do they do so anyway? And if they do, then you have grounds to overturning the verdict, should you decide to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question